Who knew that markets could fluctuate so much on fake news? Because I would have never guessed it until today. But apparently, I guess that's how desperate our market is to reverse and go to the bullish side. I don't know, man. So Nvidia, right? Nvidia is something I always trade. I was in this position earlier. I'm going to talk about just the market and just the fake news that I implied or foreshadowed earlier in the video. What is this fake news, right? What have we been going through the past couple weeks? What have the Trump administration, what has the U.S. have been going through, right? And that's the tariff war. That's the trade war. And I went to go grab a tea, right? I normally trade Nvidia, so I had this chart up on my screen. I went to go grab some tea. It literally was already heated up, came back, and it was about right here. I noticed this swing of, what is this? And this is Nvidia. So I noticed a swing from about $93 to $101. And I'm like, what is this 10%, nearly 10% gain in 5 minutes? And even from lows of the day, what is lows of the day of $86? Even from $86 to $95, 10% gain. And then all the way up here is nearly 20% gain since market has opened. Nvidia at one point was up 7%, I believe, and then down 7%, I should say, then up 3%. Now it's back up to 3%. Like, today has been volatile as fuck. And the reason that is, so I saw that, I was like, all right, there's got to be some other news. There's got to be something out there other than the technicals for Nvidia, in this case, to fluctuate so much. So I typically pull up QQQ just to kind of see, all right, like market conditions. Let's delete this. We don't need that. Same pattern. Look at this fluctuation. Look at this from lows to highs of the day. 10%. This is QQQ. This is an ETF that follows the NASDAQ. It fluctuated 10%. You don't realize how big that number is. And then you instantly see we were a chase. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, what's causing this news? So I pull up the news tab, and there's an article. I'll pull up the article that I saw. But essentially, there's tariff news, or fake tariff news, I should say. But essentially, the Trump administration, or someone in Trump's camp, or whatever you want to call it, stated that there's going to be a temporary pause on tariffs, which shot the market up. This is why you could see this just increase in the NASDAQ. I was like, why is this happening? There's got to be a deeper reason. So there was news that Trump, or someone said it, that he was going to put a halt on his tariffs that he was going to implement on March 9th, or April 9th, 2 days from now. Apparently, and then moments later, it turns out that news is fake. This is why you could see the retracement of from here to there. But while I was trading, I didn't know this. I didn't really know this, but all I knew was this was overvalued. I knew the market in general was overvalued. So let's go back to Nvidia, the actual stock I traded today. And I was like, all right, bet. So I saw it reach highs of about 101. So on this pullback, I entered a put position, rode this down, and I literally wrote it down, pause, no diddy, about 6%. I didn't get this full 6%, but I got a majority of it. I would say like 4 of that percent. And I trade options, so I bought a put. And we ended up making, what did we make? We ended up making $53 on the day. It's not crazy, but I'm turning this account from 300 to 1,000. We're currently at 720. So nothing crazy, but that is a large size, being that I'm trading with such a small value. But going back to this, right? Let's see. On Monday morning, Trump economic advisor Kevin Hassett went on Fox News and was asked if the administration would consider such a pause. The president is going to decide what the president is going to decide, yada, yada, yada. And then from there, a verified ex-user Walter Bloomberg mistook this quote for resounding yes and reported that the administration was indeed considering a 90-day tariff for all countries except China. The news soon read on CNBC, causing the stock market to move positively for the first time in days by 7 to 10%. That's insane. That goes to show you, right? That goes to show you how easily, or not easily, but how manipulated the market can be based off just social media postings. Literally a tweet saying Trump's going to pause tariffs skyrocketed NASDAQ, skyrocketed the market in general. And I know a lot of people who were in some positions probably either made a tons of money or lost tons of money because no one expected this. I actually had a green day today because I saw it was overvalued. I saw like what is going on. Then as I did more research and looked it up, it was like fake news, and then you could see the retracement that I mentioned. But there was so much turbulence. There was so much volatility in the market today, which is cool. Like as traders, all we're trying to do is get a piece of the pie, right? Whether it's markets are bullish or markets are bearish. We had a little bit of everything today, right? We had a little bit of everything. Markets are currently up. They're pretty much break even, right? After all this volatility, right? After all this volatility, markets are pretty much break even. After all that, you can even see it looks even crazier on the 5-minute chart, right? That goes to show you how. Let's go to the 4-hour. Look at how bearish we are, bro. Look at this. We're just continuously going just trending down, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. I believe market just wants anything, like any sort of good news, market's going to shoot up. And the tariff news, which, Trump is harping on, is a catalyst for the market to continue to push up or to try to reverse and push up. I'm not going to say continue to push up because we've been bearish. So just want to give a little update on the account, just market volatility today because it's pretty crazy. And yeah, just want to keep you guys in the loop on what's going on because a lot is going on with this tariff news, to be honest. And I don't know. Who knows what's to come? Who knows what tweet can send the market up 10%? What tweet can send it down 20? Who knows, right? No one knows. Our jobs as traders is just to get a piece of the pie. We don't need the whole pie. And I'm just trying to show you through my journey as being someone who's trying to flip an account from 300 to 1,000, currently at 716. And then once we get to 1,000, I will then go from 3,000 to 10,000. So if you want to stay tuned for the journey, you know where I'll be. Would love you to ride along for the journey, but if not, hope I provided some value for you today. But yeah, let's just continue to trade, continue to be green, continue to grow the account. So stay tuned. Peace.